That hurt.
That did. That really hurt.
Yeah, love hurts. Anyway, hi guys.
Hey y'all. So, welcome to Knitting in Our Jeans.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. If you are new, welcome back. If you're returning, I'm Liz on Instagram and Ravelry. I'm Toolizzforyou, TOOLIZZFORYOU.
And I wondered if I was giving you too long a name when you were born with Elizabeth, and you picked Toolizzforyou for your...
Because when I first created it, it was the 8 characters, because it was the number 2, Liz, the number 4, and YOU, so it was 8 characters.
So why'd you spell it all out?
Because I realized you didn't have to have only 8 characters, and I started spelling my name with 2 Z's.
I got it. All right. Anyway, I'm Carolyn, and I'm cpredmor. Again, my email for a long time when we first got email. So when I joined Ravelry, that's who I was. I thought it was kind of a silly question. Who are you? Well, I'm cpredmor, cpredmor minus the E. And I also post on Instagram, but usually it's Knitting in Our Jeans. Hopefully I remember the -C. Sometimes I do, yes. And I have a Twitter account, but I don't use it. I've even forgotten the password.
Same. I don't use
mine. But, you know, these are the things. So anyway, welcome to everybody who has tuned in. We really appreciate you. And we've got a few things to talk about. Yes, what are you
like
say?
and subscribe if you would,
if you want.
If you feel so moved to. And please leave us a comment. We really enjoy talking to you all.
I do respond. If you notice, I do respond.
I mean, if you're on Ravelry, come talk to us on Ravelry.
Yes, we have a group on Ravelry.
Yes.
Called Knitting in Our Jeans.
Who'd have thought it? We try not to be scary, so come talk to us. So
we had a visitor tonight.
We did have a visitor tonight. So we're recording this on Saturday night because Mom flies out tomorrow. For a conference.
Yes, for a week.
So, a friend of ours, or actually family, came over because they just moved to about a half-mile away.
They said about 5 blocks?
Yeah, it's about 5 blocks, half mile, something like that. And it's our little, who has a little one. It's our cousin who has a little one.
Yes.
So, it was
He's
fun.
4 months old. He's a wigglepuss, is what he is.
He's adorable.
You hold him, and the next thing you know, the butt's going, and then the legs are going, and then he's going sideways.
Yes.
And he's trying anyway to kind of move around. And then I had him on my knee, have him looking at me, and he was just having a grand conversation with me. And then every once in a while, he would just giggle.
I think that's his new trick.
I would giggle back.
I think he's learned giggling, yes.
Yes. So we had good fun. And his mom is progressing in her knitting. She has gotten a skein of nice yarn.
Lovely. A lovely superwash merino nylon blend off of Etsy. I think it was called Bugsy Bear.
Yes.
Something like that. That her husband bought her.
And she's now doing a Wildesmeer.
Yes. By Kristen. Willenbein. That was good. That was really good.
Anyway, so she was here, and then she is also learning to sew, and she had made a summer shift that had 2 ties, you know, the ties that would go around the back, and they were misplaced, and it had issues, but by the time she left,
it looked much better.
Fine. She was very happy with it. We fixed it. We took those ties off. We reoriented them. We then sewed them properly. I tacked down the seams to make sure that they wouldn't come apart, and then we put some darts in, and it looks a lot better. It
does.
So apparently we're going to be her new sewing knitting group.
Yes.
Which will be fun.
It will be.
We get to see Silas.
Yes.
Mom's not bad either.
No.
Mom is adorable.
No.
But
Stephanie's pretty great. But we got a little one in the family.
That's right.
And it was great because I figured we'll probably have family events where he will be at. And my father...
Well, as his mom said,
yes,
he was awkward, but then he's awkward with everybody, isn't he?
So I felt it would be better if he met Silas on, like, his turf.
That's right.
You know, like, my house, But my father is adorably awkward with small children.
With everybody.
With everyone. But, like, with small children, especially before they can communicate.
Yes.
Because they cannot communicate. And he's like, I don't know what you want.
That's right.
Like, I want to give you what you want.
What do you want?
But what do you want?
And they can't tell him.
And they can't tell him. And he's just like, okay, I will carry the small child. Okay. Oh, you're squirming. Why are we doing this? You are not supposed to be going that way. And he's like, and Silas is like slowly moving off his shoulder, and my father is just like, I don't know what to do. It's amazing I turned out okay.
Yes. But then when Elizabeth went to take Mom home, because Silas had already been sent home, he says, I can't wait for the next time Silas comes over to hang with me. It's going to be great. Dear.
I love it. So, yeah.
Silas will learn to hang. Rich said he was going to talk wrenches with him next time.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be great.
So we hope that your knitting's been coming along. Before we forget, we do have a whip along that is moving along.
My socks count!
Yes, your socks count, and I think my that maroon thing that I made counts, and it was a sweater.
Right. A little while ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
But it was within the whip along.
Right. But these are things I finished
just now.
Week.
Oh, God. Okay. So anyway, yes, we have a whip along. It's described in the threads in Ravelry.
Mm-hmm.
And because we wanted to encourage people to finish those not quite finished projects that we all have. For me, they're down here on the floor.
And as you all saw, me there in my apartment.
Yeah. And they're things that we started because we were going to love them. And we probably would still love them if we finished them.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, some of them, they just got put in the timeout.
I know. And for some of us, it was because, the Harry Potter Knitting Crocheting Club, we had things that were due at a certain time. And so these other things had to get put away. Or life intervenes. It really just does. So, this week I'm taking my owl with me, which is my Julia, and I'll show that in a minute, my progress. I'm actually only about 3 or 4 inches. The yarn is really quite stretchy, so I have to be really judicious in how I measure it. I'm actually going to take the back with me so that I make sure that I don't overshoot the mark. Actually, I could just leave it here.
You could just leave it here.
I may just leave it here.
You're only gone for a week.
I'm only gone for 5 days.
It's probably safest if you leave it here.
Right, but I'll show you how much I've done. And I could easily do 3 inches next Saturday in the office type of thing. Because
speaking of it.
Yes. Oh, well, yes. Here it is. This is the front.
So, as you can see, it is quite stretchy.
Well, with the lace, yes.
With the lace.
And here is the back.
Because it is cotton, so it is not all that stretchy of yarn.
No, but this is the armhole. And I'm on the front, I'm to here. So 50% is to the armholes. I don't know, I have to think about whether I'm taking it or not. But I have a couple other things that I am taking with me. But I think I'm only taking 2.
Good.
Not 4.
That's probably for the best.
That's probably for the best. Do you want to show what you're working on? Or shall I show my Moderne since I
Why don't you show your Moderne?
Which is covered in iced tea.
Yeah.
I took it to the boat yesterday. Because we were working on the boat. And, of course, one brings sustenance with you when you're working on the boat because there's no place there to get any food.
No.
So I brought a few bars with me, and I brought a water, and I brought a can of iced tea. Somehow the can of iced tea was punctured.
Oh, my God.
And everything, there was actually enough iced tea in the bag that when I put it on the seats in the cockpit, there was a rivulet of iced tea, ouch, coming out of the bag. So I'm going to have to wash, well, we knew we were going to have to wash it anyway for blocking, but to get the iced tea out. So anyway, I have now, how many? I have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of my layers, and I'm really happy with this.
It's great.
This is going to be wonderful. And people keep asking me about the big holes, because it does have little holes, but the big holes,
they're like buttonholes.
They are. They are places where I can thread through. I think I didn't do one there, or something happened.
You missed it.
I got it somewhat. Anyway. No knitting police. Big hole there.
Yeah.
And then they get smaller. Obviously, I have a small problem. Obviously. But anyway, it's going to be great because I thread this end through all of those, and it will lock it.
Around your neck.
Around my neck is right. So this comes and locks on like this, and that is fantastic. So it will look great on that really deep forest green dress. And I want to thank Whipper Willie for her suggestion, because I love the fact that this is going to lock into place, because that's one of the problems I have with shawls, in that I start teaching and my arms start waving and things start going, the shawls that I have go, and they go that way. By the way, I'm wearing something that I made. This is called Tea Time. And I'll stand up because it's got lace starting right below the bust and going down. And I like it. I've worn it all day. Now, I will admit I didn't go outside all that much because I worked in the office today, and it was hot and it was humid here on Long Island. But in the office, it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
So, well, I was going to respond to a...
Well, you can go. I have 2 hats I made, too.
Okay.
So,
sorry. There is a thing happening this month for a friend of mine, and I have to respond to this because it has to do with that.
Okay. So anyway, it's June. What's today? Today's the 2nd?
Yes.
Yes. And so the new classes for Harry Potter have come out, and I have done 2 hats, one for each class. So I think this was charms and this was potions. And I've already gotten responses back from the professors. And so both have been accepted. I put them on... What happened to Runaway Bunny?
I haven't seen him. He's over there.
Here he is. So, the same author, I think, who wrote Goodnight Moon, wrote Runaway Bunny. So we have a Runaway Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
And I was taking pictures with Runaway Bunny modeling. That looks like modeling the hats. And so anyway,
they swamp him just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But they're hats for premature babies. And they will be going to the local hospital for that. So I took pictures, and I have gotten the hats accepted. I have done my stripe this week on the Moderne, and I should finish that. I'm not going to take it with me, because it's another thing that if I finish it, I'm afraid I'll leave it behind. That's the kind of mind I have. All right, it's done. It's done. I'm done with it. And I'm not taking embroidery. I'm not taking the embroidery needles with me, so I won't be able to weave in the end. So I'm going to leave my Moderne here at home. My bag that has my Band-Aids in it is so sticky.
I'm sorry.
It's gross.
It's a bit gross.
I'm going to have to get a new bag and take this with me. Anyway, but I'll talk after Elizabeth tells you what she's been doing this week. I'll tell you what I'm taking with me.
So, I haven't done much knitting this week because, it's only been 4 or 5 days since we talked. So, I've been home, which has been lovely. And I,
meaning she's
yesterday,
back from Seattle, so
finished my socks.
No, they're called upside down vanilla?
They're vanilla reverse.
Vanilla reverse. I love the heel pattern on them.
The heel is a beautiful short row heel with this beautiful rib detail so that they can be completely reversible if you would rather have the purl side on the outside and the knit side under your foot.
The stocking stitch on the inside.
Yeah.
And, you know, some people have very sensitive feet, so
Yeah.
having the pearls on the inside is not as comfortable as having the stocking stitch on the inside. So that is really a great, I love the color.
Yeah, so this is Nomadic Fibers, or Nomadic Yarns, in her sport base, which I think is just a heavy fingering. I don't think it's a true sport at all. But it's really lovely. I do need to remember where we put those. There they are.
Yeah, they're up over there.
Yeah, the blockers, because I'm going to wet these and put them on sock blockers because they need to loosen up just a bit, considering it's a bit of a fight to put them on my feet right now. But they're really cute. They're really lovely. 60.
Maybe
well, 56 and 60.
Is the 60 better?
The 60 is better. So maybe I need a bigger sock.
Maybe you need a bigger sock. Yes. Maybe even 64.
Maybe. Which is interesting because, like, the other one, the patterned ones I knit that you also have, I have a 56 stitch on that, and they seem to be okay. I don't know. So, could just be the heel pattern is a little bit tighter.
Now, is that top down?
These are bottom up, so toe up.
Ah.
These are toe up. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, so I'm really happy with them. I'm really excited that they're done. Yes, I know it took me 6 or 7 months. We're not discussing that. So then
would have occurred to me.
I picked up my Mia. My Mia again.
That's
and pretty. It is. And so I've been getting some knitting on it. So I've been starting the back panel.
Is it a sleeveless?
It is. It is a sleeveless top. I think it calls for some, nothing on the sleeves, but around the neck edge, I think there's some crochet or something. I'm not sure.
Do an I-cord.
Yeah, we'll see. I have to figure that out.
It looks a little open.
Yeah. No, the neck edge definitely.
And I would do something around the armholes too, so they didn't.
Roll in. Yeah. So that's been.
How much further do you think you have to go?
I have to do 18 repeats of 4 stitches, or 4 rows. So I've done 2 of them. I have only 16. Yeah.
Oh, so 72 rows entirely, but
until you hit the hem. So it's 18, and then knit till 2 inches less than the finished length.
You could finish that this weekend.
Okay. Yeah.
I could.
Yeah, you could. And then I put the other ball on this, which is the heirloom ring. And I have been working away on that. So this will get gifted hopefully at the end of this month.
Very nice.
And then today I cast on my Zweig.
It's really pretty.
It is quite pretty.
She cast it on twice.
I did. So I think that will be a better head hole. I think I can get my head through that.
I think you can get your head through that.
I don't think I can get my head through my needles right now, so I won't try. And so I just got up to the first colorwork section. So I am going to be doing 2 rows of this, the lace panel section, and then going into that colorwork portion. And maybe I can get that done tonight.
That'd be cool.
That would be. We'll see. We also should probably go to bed somewhat early since we have to get you to the airport.
Right. We're planning to leave here, 8?
I thought we were going to leave here at like 7:30-ish.
Obviously, we need to talk about
Obviously, we need to talk about this. So that was what I've been knitting. What do you have more?
I was just going to talk about the things I'm taking with me.
Okay, because I have some, not necessarily acquisitions, but acquisitions, and I have you
have acquisitions?
I have acquisitions.
Ooh, I'm jealous.
Would you like to see the acquisitions first, or
Sure.
would you like to talk about what you're bringing first?
Oh, this is hard.
Go talk about what you're
Okay. I can put all those shots in the other bag. I don't need to take all of them like that. Anyway, so I've decided that I'm going to take my summer sweater, which is a linen silk combination. And obviously I've just started the ribbing, so I've got a ways to go. And this is held double. So it's these two. I've got a ball band in here someplace. The solid is solo lino. So this is solo lino. Something la Pura.
It's a lana grossa.
And then this one is a Linea Pura Collino. No, it's Linea Pura. They're both Linea Puras.
And they're both by Lana Grossa.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
They're both Lana Grossa yarns.
All right.
The Linea Pura brand, label types.
Yes.
Because they both are linen based. And then that's the Collino.
Yes. Linen. Well, this one is cotton and linen and polyester. 2 forms of polyester. So actually 30% polyester, 25% linen, and 45% cotton.
Oh.
Whereas this one is, this color is oatmeal. And it is linen, viscose and linen. Viscose and linen and linen. I'd say it's linen based. So anyway, it should be a nice summer sweater. So I'm taking this, and I'm kind of excited about moving that on down the road. I'm going to leave these two here. So I'm leaving the Moderne. I'm leaving the Julia. And then I'm taking my Zweig.
You're also going to be working on your Zweig.
Yes, and I've been working on my Zweig.
That actually looks really beautiful.
So it's good.
And like subtle, but beautiful.
So I've just started.
That'll be lovely also to wear like on the boat on colder days.
I think so. I've just started the color work, as you can see. So I've done
the second color work.
The second color work pattern. Yes, I think I've done 3 rows, 2 or 3 rows of the second color work pattern. So I'm very excited about that. By the way, did you know knit companion?
Color work, or is it the lace pattern that you started? The lace. You started the lace.
Started the lace.
Knit companion.
Do you know the knit companion has done an update?
Yeah, and I don't feel like. Is it paid for update or?
I have no idea. I have a subscription, so.
Oh, I don't.
I updated, and it really is a great update.
You mean to the Knit Now or whatever, Knit Companion Now?
Next generation.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you don't have to make one of those expanded pattern things to get all of the things moving all over. There's a vertical bar and a horizontal bar, which I'm finding very useful. So I love PDF patterns because I can pull them into Knit Companion. And so anyway, if
you use Knit Companion the right way, it's a very useful tool.
Yes.
I thoroughly enjoy it. The only thing I wish I could do, but I know it's because I don't have a subscription or it's because, because I don't pay for it. I wish I could mark what size I'm knitting on the pattern. Because that's the problem with my check. I need to actually write that down somewhere. I don't know.
Okay, so I have moved ahead with my Zweig, so that was something
so
that I did this
pretty.
week. I'm very pleased with it.
Very
pleased
like how
with it.
subtle it is. You were saying you weren't sure about how you were gonna...
How it was going to show up, but it does show up.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be just fine. I was somewhat concerned about the width of the neck, but then when Elizabeth was casting on her neck, we looked at the pattern and the picture, and it has a relatively wide neck. The other thing, I don't do my ribbing in a needle size smaller than the body of the sweater. My feeling is that ribbing, with its very nature, with the knit 2, purl 2, or knit 1, purl 1, draws your knitting in And
That was a crochet hook.
Yep. Because I just dropped my Zweig stuff all over the floor. And I feel that that's enough. Because I've had in the past some problems with cast-ons being too tight. And I also have this terrible problem of like leaving things behind. So if I'm traveling or if I'm doing things, I'd rather take the minimum number of needles with me. And I've been okay. I mean, also with the ribbing at the bottom of the hem, I don't need something that comes in drastically. I mean, they're usually hitting me right along my butt, and I don't need it to really come in and hug it. So I'd rather have a gentler hem rather than a tighter hem. So that's my thought on those things. So yes, my neck is going to be a wee bit bigger.
Just a wee bit.
With using the larger needles, but I will be able to get my head through it, which is...
I believe I will be able to get my head through it.
I agree, because it's a stretchy thing. So I'm very happy with it at the moment, and I was actually going great guns on it, and then I had a stern talking to myself and said, you need to get working on that owl to get your 50% in.
Yeah.
And I'll do that. So these are the two different.
They're beautiful.
So this is my body and this is the color part. So quite happy with all of that. So that's good. So
yes,
what are you working on?
So I want to figure out what my next purse project is going to be, which, I mean, it'll probably be something that I've already cast on, so it might be something small. Yeah. So I might go pick up something small that's a whip, or I might cast on a pair of socks. But the pair of socks that I currently am, like, really intrigued by are the Skew socks from Knitty that are short rows all the time, and they're very interesting construction, and I think if I did them in a worsted weight that they would be a better fit on my foot, because I tried to knit them once and I could not get them on my foot. So I'm thinking if I knit on like size 2s but with the same stitch count as the fingering weight socks, it's worth a try. I do think I might need one more skein of this wool, because it's about a 300-yard pattern, or that's what they say, and each of these balls is about 120 yards, so I've got 240, so maybe I'll pick another one up. I don't know. I kind of want to start them, I kind of want to work on them, so we'll see how that plays out in terms of actually knitting it. But, you know, I also have a baby sweater, a Mia. Well, the Mia, I don't know if the Mia could be a purse project, really.
Oh, that's true.
And the Chuck can't be a purse project, neither can the baby sweater.
No?
No, because it's color work, so I need the pattern.
You need the pattern.
Yeah, so.
That's a bit upsetting.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Before I forget, the Tour de Sock registration has started.
Oh, yes. When does that end?
The registration?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay.
But we'll put in the down bar notes where the Tour de Sock registration page is. And if you're in the Harry Potter Knitting Crocheting, I can tell you that Twisted Stitches is putting together teams from Harry Potter, and you can be competitive or you can be semi-competitive, which means finish at least one of the pairs in 9 days. Relaxed means maybe finishing some of the pairs in more than 9 days, and then you could be a cheerleader where you pay the $10 and you get the patterns, but you don't actually compete. So
this year's sponsors, I'm on the Ravelry page right now, are Miss Babs, Dragonfly Fibers, Cauldron's Path Yarns, Invictus Yarns, Blue Moon Fiber Arts, Canon Hand Dyes, Handu,
Lentinium
Ex Machina, Bugbear Woolens, which is actually the yarn that our cousin just was previously gifted by her husband, and 3 Irish Girls yarn.
Did they say what we need?
No. Chatter. Q&A, warm-up.
There's a warm-up pattern, and I heard that it was posted. I paid, but I haven't gotten my name and password yet, so I haven't pulled it down yet. That's cute.
It's a 2-color sock.
Yeah, nice.
It's a stranded vertical stripe pattern. Oh, that's kind of terrifying.
Why?
I haven't done a color work sock yet. And as we've already established, I might not know how many stitches my foot is.
Well, that's right, but you only get that when you make socks.
I know.
Anyway, what they'll usually tell you is how many variegated skeins you need for the whole competition and how many solid colors you need for the whole competition. So I just haven't had a chance. We've been working all day.
Yeah.
Oh, and some people have bought sock. Anyway, it's very exciting.
There are tour de sock colorways from certain shops.
Look at that. They're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. So anyway, I'll be looking for the description of what we need, and I'll probably be then buying some yarn from some of those sponsors. And that doesn't really... I don't think you get any extra points for knitting in the sponsors, but I could be wrong. Anyway, I'm really excited about the whole thing. So just if you're interested in Tour de Sock and supporting Doctors Without Borders, then I'll put the link in the down bar and you can go check it out. The patterns are fabulous. They are, after the competition, they are generally put in Ravelry so that you can buy them there. But $10 for 7, well, actually, it's 7 or 8 sock patterns. You can't beat it with a stick.
No.
No. So, tell me about your acquisitions.
So, well,
Laundry.
So, one, not necessarily an acquisition, but I offered to knit a sample of a hat for Stephanie of Asylum Fibers out of her Aragog lace, which is this mohair, and then Aran weight yarn, which is here, and it's held together. It's
that'll be pretty.
Yeah, it's a really cute hat pattern. I can't remember the name right now, but it's from Espace Tricot, I believe.
Oh, cool.
Let's look in my library and see. Oh yes, Pull the Wool Over. So I'm debating casting that on tonight, so I have it as a purse project.
That would be nice.
Yeah, because it seems pretty simple, and I can get it done in probably a week or so. And it's beautiful, beautiful wool. It was lovely to ball up.
Oh, cool.
So, then...
There's more.
There is more. So, remember how I told you I had ordered yarn?
Yes.
From Black Sheep Knitworks out
Long Island.
At the Long Island
Yarn
Crawl. So, I did. And so, she sent this lovely note with it. Because it arrived this week. Or, last weekend.
It says, Sheep Happens.
Sheep Happens. Dear Liz, thank you for your patience. As it turns out, this color was discontinued and my suppliers neglected to say so when I placed the order in April. Anywho, I found some in PA and am sending you all I've got for the inconvenience. Enjoy. Be well. Christine.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So, I now have 10 skeins of Ella Ray, Merino, not Merino, Ella Ray Cozy Alpaca Chunky, which is acrylic and alpaca in this beautiful navy blue. And
it's gorgeous.
Yes. And so she also sent this adorable project bag and also this notebook with a pen that is in it, which is super cute. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm thankful
Oh, wow.
that she sent it. I really appreciated it. And I mean,
This is so handy.
I only needed like 7 skeins for my sweater.
And so how many yards are in a skein?
120.
Oh, I'm sure there's something we could do with this.
I'm still going to knit the sweater I planned for it because I want that sweater in this color.
Yes. But then there's 3 skeins left over.
I know. So excited. And you can't. I wish you could feel this.
Look at it shine.
The shine on it is just...
It's wonderful.
I'm so excited. The sweater I want to make has small, like not small cables, but like not overly impactful cables.
Not overly impactful cables?
I don't know. They're cables, but they're not like my usual ta-damn, look at all of the cables. So we're going to look it up, and I'm going to show Mom this.
Ooh. That's the sweater?
Yes.
Avalanche.
Avalanche by Heidi Kirrmaier.
Oh, my
So it's got this beautiful, like, wing kind of
It looks
shape.
like in quilting it would be flying geese.
Yes. And I think it'll be lovely in this navy
It's
blue.
going to be stunning.
Like, I think it'll become one of my workhorse sweaters. Not that all of my sweaters don't become workhorse sweaters, let's be real.
Yeah, really.
Let's be real.
We all wear what we... Well, I wear what I make.
I wear what I make.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, and I taught someone how to knit this week.
Oh!
Yes, at school. One of the deans. She said, I know that you're going to be leaving next year, and I want to make sure I start learning how to knit while you're still here.
Oh. Sorry, I'm looking up. I have another tangent I want to go on.
I love those tangents.
I know. So you taught her how to knit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's so great.
Size 8 needles. She wants to make a scarf. I said, that sounds good. So I taught her how to cast on. And then how to knit. She's going to do a garter scarf first.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
I'm falling asleep now.
I can tell.
Mm.
So I don't know how many of you follow Caitlin Hunter or Boylan Knits, but I have been loving the new sweater she's been posting. I mean, okay,
It's
so
Caitlin Hunter.
I might have an addiction like something akin to the addiction that Christy Glass has, but I do not knit half as fast as Christy Glass does.
She's amazing.
She knits so much. So much. I wish I could. Considering the yarn for my Tanya is currently sitting in my living room staring at me all the time. Because I am not going to cast it. I'm going to cast it on before I cast on the Avalanche, but I need to finish
the blanket.
the stuff that is in my bag right now before I can cast it on, because oh, do I want that sweater for the summer. And the Silpa, the new one, so good. Or Silpia, it's so pretty. So then this one, she hasn't named it officially yet, but it's beautiful.
I love the black and white.
I do like the black and white. It is, I believe it is worsted weight.
Wow.
And so,
goes pretty fast.
Yeah, and so her sample that she knit has variegated contrast color. I can't tell if it's like if it's multiple colors or what. So I'm debating, depending on like yardages and stuff and like what it all looks like once the sweater is released. What if I did each different motif in a different color of like remnants that I have?
Wow.
Brilliant!
I
know.
Love it. I love it.
Probably because it is Fair Isle, I probably don't have enough yarn to make the background be my be the Bashanarada that I love, that I still have like 3 skeins left of, but oh well. So
You'll get through it.
I'll figure it out. I'm really loving it. It's kind of gorgeous. It might need to happen. And as we've said, this might just be the year of the color work.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out whether I should take my sugar maple too.
Why would you take your sugar maple?
Well, because it needs to be finished.
Right.
And I love the pattern, and it's fairly easy.
Okay. Do you think you would work on it? I mean, you're bringing the other two.
I'm bringing the other two. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Are you going with anyone?
No.
Oh. I mean, then yeah, bring it.
All right, we're going to locate the sugar maple around here. It's at our feet someplace.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere because I did open it up
Yes.
to the right spot.
Yep. We'll find it.
Okay. As we twist around. Well,
looking everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I think
we've come to the
end of our row. Wow. We just purloined that from the Knitmore girls.
And we're going to
weave in our ends. And we'll talk to you.
Go to sleep so we can get up
early.
early in the morning. But we will see you next week because we will both be here next week.
Yes.
Yes. So thank you for dropping by. We really do appreciate it. And we'll see you next week.
Bye y'all.